Alright, so I got here my glow plug module. I removed that. I'm getting ready to remove my harness, which is this ugly thing right here. If you guys are doing this at home and you're deciding how old the glow plug harness is, this can give you an idea. Has a date right there, just to give you an idea of when it was replaced, or maybe when the part was remanufactured, or if it was a brand new part. Alright, so I don't have the exact tool that I need for this. We removed out the proper way, but I will do what I can, and this is risky because this is a possible way to break your harness. Alright, so they want to be a little hard to get out. Alright, so I got one of them out so far, and this one came out a bit easy. I'll take the rest out and check them all out and see what happens. Alright, back here with the video, grabbing out the glow plug harness. Very easy to get them out. Apply some pressure. Pull them up. Just like that.
That's crazy. So
next one.
You probably just put a little bit to get the exact
same thing.
But this thing actually looks a lot better now. Look how much different that is with the coilover inside of it.
Pull it up.
It changes the whole appearance of the front of this truck. And we still have a lot of adjustability. If we want to go down a little bit more, which we might, depending on how these wheels and tires turn. But this thing's winning a lot now. Do we leave the truck squatted?
Now I'm going to go back up on the top and I'm going to remove it.
And it really needed it because...
Alright, now that I got that out of there and I paused YouTube, always good to have some background noise, but here's the glow plug harness coming right out the top. And now when you remove your glow plug harness, just make sure you look at all your parts. What looks dry, what looks gunked up. We look at each one, we don't clean them off, keep them dry and keep them wet if they are all beat up looking. So we got farthest to the firewall, away from the firewall, in the middle of the block, and at the end of the block. So as you can see, we got 3 that are wet with oil, and then we got 1 that's dry. So we're getting to the point where we're figuring out what is going on. I'm gonna crack this thing one time. Usually it recommends 2 people, but I'm just gonna crank it over, see what happens, and go from there. Or I can just spin the crank and put a socket, put a wrench on there and just turn it over and see what starts to gush out. Alright, so I got my first glow plug to pop out, and for some reason it came out a little too easy. Needle noses are required to get them out. If I could ever find anything in my shop, that would be great. I think this will do. Man, I wish I had a magnet. Moment of truth, fellas. So here's my glow plug being removed out. It looks pretty glunked up. Not too sure if it's supposed to look like that. I'll definitely say this is a good sign because there is straight oil and fuel on this. And I also was expecting that to come out not so easy, but came out pretty fine. I'm gonna grab my light. Now here's the tricky part because the bot seems to be in the way a little bit. Let me just double check over here. I think I might be good. It won't fall all the way in. Go ahead and drop the socket in there. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Now for to do this, you gotta use a deep socket. Deep socket, 10 millimeter. See, it's coming out pretty easy. Now after you get done, when it's completely loose, you're gonna grab yourself some needle noses. a little needle nose pliers and pull it right out. I'm just gonna go ahead and crack all of them, get them all out of there. Then we'll be proceeding to the next part. Now, I'm not exactly sure the firing order, but the third one out from the firewall on the passenger side, you're gonna have to bring your socket around the other way because there's no room because your dipstick for the transmission's in the way. So we're gonna crack that out. All right, so I have my first one from the firewall out. Gonna place that right here in order that I took it out. And then I'm gonna go over the parts and check out what's going on. So like I said, get yourself some needle noses like this. Gonna stick it in there and come right out like that. See that, fellas? We got some fuel coming out of there. Oh, this is beautiful, fellas. Beautiful, beautiful diesel coming out of the head. Nice. All right, so I got all my glow plugs out of the truck. So this is what we working with. This is from the front passenger side to the firewall. So now I'm gonna show you guys what you want to do after you get the glow plugs out. Remove your harness. And now because I know I have a lot of diesel spraying all over the place, I'm gonna take this, because all that fuel just came out of the cylinder head. Yep, bunch of fuel coming out of the cylinder head. I'm gonna take that light, I'm gonna put my cover over this. All right, so let me show you guys what you do next. After you get glow plugs out, you wanna connect the battery, and you wanna put it on here, and you should get some fuel, whatever's gonna come out of the cylinder heads. Which we see, there is a lot of fuel coming out of there. Yes, sir, there is a lot in there coming out. Oh, man. I always tell people, man, with these trucks, I do not recommend filling them up. For some reason, from experiences, I have never, ever wanted to fill my diesel up because stuff like this. But if you guys tuned in for this video and you're at the end, I appreciate you stopping in. That is a video on how to get your glow plugs to come out to UNHYDROLOCK your 6.0. You guys know what I'm going to say. Comment below, let me know. If it's your first time coming in, appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment. I'm out of here. Next time, guys.